Okay, good morning everyone. So previous class we have completed administration and economy, right? So right. So just for 5 minutes we'll take up some questions and then move on to the next one, the last one. Okay, who is Mir Bakshi? Military guy. Yeah. So Diwan-e-Kul, finance. Cool. Who is this Mutta Saddi? Mutta Saddi. That is Mutta Sharif. Yeah, that is also there. Some Mutta. This Mutta Saddi is a port. So near the port there is a caretaker. Right. What are the three land revenue systems that we talked about? Land revenue collection systems. Batai. Ashtapradhan system means of Maratha. Shamasa system refers to monthly payment, good year. Uh, 3 months, 6 months, that way it is there. Yeah. So Mukaddams refers to village level. Right. Diwani Insha. Yeah. So correspondence. Yeah. So Dabir, the person under Diwani Insha is Dabir. Okay. And can you tell the few crops that are introduced in India during medieval period? Cherry, chili. Yeah. Yeah. So, what is the importance of this post Kamvishdar? Yeah, yeah, collector's position. This is during the Marathas, right? And so, who introduced gunpowder in India? Babar. So, what is Dadni system? Loans, crops, and for the peasants, it is Takkavi. Good, right? Serifs is a community involved in banking. Yes. So the rupiah system was introduced by Sher Shah Suri. So who is known for building a vast number of canals in India? Firoz Shah Tughlaq. Zat Zat refers to horses is Savar. Zat is in the hierarchy, the position. Right. Amal Guzar is in the mid level. Yeah. So what are Parganas? A group of villages together are called Parganas. So below the provinces and above the village. So Diwan-e Rasalat, Rasalat, Adalat, Judiciary, right? Yeah, that you were talking that the public censors, Mutasibs. Yeah. Good. Hmm. So who is Wizarat? हाँ, Delhi Sultanates में the Prime Minister is Visarat. Yeah, I agree that these terms, na, once it will not settle in mind, you will have to read a lot and lot many number of times. So you have just more 80 days na to revise all the things. So definitely good amount of time is there. Okay. So day 3 today we will be discussing about the culture of medieval India. Okay. So new systems, new designs or new features were introduced in India in almost every sphere, okay, of culture. So when you talk about culture, so what all would you cover if you are writing an answer? Okay, yeah. So religion or philosophy, yeah, as you told, art and architecture, literature, music, huh? Clothing, yeah, paintings, huh? Yeah, so that comes under art and architecture only. Yeah, the food habits, all that can be written. So, but they are like for the from the exam perspective, little lesser importance. That's why in the books they have given these things only. So these aspects we will cover, and that will be done for the medieval India. Okay. So in the religion and philosophy sphere, na, during the medieval Indian period, see now we are talking about both Delhi Sultanate and Mughal period as a whole. So not a single separately we are not for the religion, only for like literature and art and architecture we will see somewhat. Okay. So first we are talking about the religion or philosophy. So during this period two things have happened. So already existing religions are there, Jainism, Buddhism, Hinduism, and even Islam is also existing after the advent of these Turkish rulers. Now what happened is that there are some social situations, okay. So for example, in the Central Asia Turkey region itself, a new philosophy called Sufism had taken place, has taken birth. So Sufism, so actually this Sufism there in Turkish Empire has emerged as a reaction to the rigidity in the ulemas and nobility class. Okay, they were interpreting the Islamic laws and Sharia as per their benefit, not for the welfare of the masses. So as a in fact, the true Islamic, what the Prophet Muhammad has said, all these things were gone, and new things, some what these people believe, some impurified things were coming up. So, as a result, Sufism has taken birth in the Turkish region, and slowly it came to India. So, one important person who has taken Sufism to India is Al Hujwiri. Okay, Al Hujwiri. Okay, Al Hujwiri is the person Sufi saint who has taken the Sufi religion to Sufi idea, Sufism to India. Okay, now we will see somewhat about Sufism. Also within India, and another philosophical changes has happened. See, actually, what has happened is that now due to the advent of these Turkish rulers, some of the philosophers or religious saints have believed that India's existing religion is under threat because of these invaders. Okay, and secondly, there is a changing order. For example, we have seen previously that now new trading class has emerged. For example, that day we discussed Komtis are in Andhra Pradesh, Shettis are in Karnataka, and in Odisha we have seen Klings and this Khatris in Punjab region. So these kind of trading class has come up where they were not agreeing the supremacy of the Brahmanism and the supremacy of the Kshatriyas. Now this separate trading class, they want a separate belief system where a kind of equality can be created. So as a result, Bhakti tradition has emerged in India. So from outside we have got Sufism, and within India we have developed the Bhakti religion. Now we will see about them in somewhat detail. Okay, Sufism. Firstly, we will see features of Sufism. Okay, so what are the features of Sufism is that, see, as a plain thing, you have to know that Sufism believes in, Sufism is a mystic religion. What is mystic religious tendency mean? See, you establish a direct connection with God. Now there are no middlemen, no rituals, no priests, no ulemas. So only God and you, and then you establish a emotional love relationship with the God. Okay, you like fall in love with God and then treat than a some divine being or some abstract thing. You feel that person as a companion, as a friend, and you share your things with God this way. So this kind of religion is Sufism. Okay, now in India, when it emerged, Sufism has some uh, features. See, please listen to these terminologies carefully. The first thing is silsilas. So silsilas mean the exact meaning is silsila is a chain between the guru and the disciple. Okay, so the guru is called pir and the disciple is called murid. Okay, so what usually happens is that in every Sufi tradition, like there is one guru and then there are lot of disciples. So this whole thing we are calling as silsila. So it can be called as a sect in some terms. It can be called as an order. It can be called as a branch, whatever you like. Okay. So silsila refers to a pir and his disciples together. All these are called silsila. Okay. And then Pir and Murid, you know now. So Pir is the saint, Sufi saint, and Murid are the disciples. Okay, now Kanka is the place where they live. So we have seen for Buddhism the what are those? Chaityas and Viharas, and for Jainism, Basadis, Stanakas. Right, good. So the same way for Sufism we have the Kankas. So Kankas mean this is the place where Sufi saints live with their disciples. Okay. Now, so Sama is a congregation of the Sufi saint and the disciple. So there is a congregation. So on religious matters or on some whatever the philosophical discussions, it is a congregation is called Sama. And then mostly at the congregation you hear of these songs called Kavalis. So Kavalis, I think you might have listened in your life a lot also. For example, Jodha Akbar movie may also there na Khwaja Mere Khwaja song. So all these are Kavalis. So Kavalis are the songs which you see these things you have to ascribe only to this Sufism. So you cannot tell them like generally also. Okay. So this is what. And then all the see after the death of the Sufi saint, this Kanka has become a religiously significant place that the followers have to take a pilgrimage. This pilgrimage is called ziyarat. So once in lifetime they have to take the pilgrimage. So this is called ziyarat. Okay. Now we will see there are different types of Sufi silsilas or Sufi orders, of which in India four are important. See, these have different approaches towards the state. For example, we will see now out of four, some of them have like they maintain that no, we should maintain very far distance, we should not involve in the affairs of the state, we should not take gifts from the state that way. But then there are some. Right. So the person who has taken Sufism to India is Al-Hujwiri, and these are the features of the Sufism in India. Okay, it is clear now. All these terms are clear, right? Right. Okay. So in India, four are important: uh, Chisti, Suhravardi, Khadri, and Naqshbandi. Okay. So before this, you should know about two terms. This Sufism, based on the ideology, is divided into Bashara and Beshara. Okay, so Bashara are the one who believe in, like within the Sufism also they stick near to the Shariat. So if they interpret the Sufi tradition along with the Shariat tradition mostly, then we are calling them as Bashara. Okay, if they are liberal towards the Shariat tradition and then they follow liberal norms, we are calling them Beshara. Okay, so in India only this is the Beshara tradition. All these are Bashara. Okay, so that is the reason this has become very popular in India. Okay, the uh, Chisti order of Sufism. Okay, so now that is the reason we have to see a lot about the Chisti tradition now. Cool. So, right. So, Chisti tradition, these people, it is brought to India by Khwaja Moinuddin Chisti. Okay, Moinuddin Chisti. So this Khwaja Moinuddin Chisti was a very, very famous personality. He has settled in Ajmer. Okay, he has come from the Middle East region and then he has settled in Ajmer. Now also, do you listen this someone traveling to, even this is irrespective of religion, Hindus, Muslims, Sikhs, whoever they travel to this Ajmer Dargah. You might have heard. So this is Khwaja Moinuddin Chisti, who has come from the like Middle East and settled in Ajmer. The important of these Chisti saints is that they believe in every religion. Okay, so if they took disciples from every religion firstly. Okay, and also in India they have seen that in India multiple religions are existing. Okay, so they propagated brotherhood in religion. Okay, brotherhood in religion and no show off of wealth. Okay, no show off of wealth, believe in poverty and then maintain strict distance from the state. Okay, strict distance from the state. One second. Okay, so they maintain strict distance from the state. So tolerance tolerance was promoted, benevolence, like brotherhood among religions, like good value orientedness. So whatever we have seen in the Buddhism, Jainism, so good life conduct and all these things are propagated by the Chisti saints. Okay, now we will see some of the important Chisti saints. Okay. Okay. So is it okay? These four silsilas, can you remember? Chisti, Suravardhi, Quadri, and Naqshbandi. Okay, so all these, see if in the option they have given also, see these are like the kind of negative ones which will not be asked in the examination. So if these options are given also, you can rule out. Okay, so the only Chisti we are remembering. So Khwaja Moinuddin Chisti was the one who established the Chisti tradition in India. Right. So now these are the important Chisti saints of India. Okay. So immediately after this Khwaja Moinuddin Chisti, he settled in Ajmer. Ajmer is in Rajasthan. Okay, so now in Haryana region, this Baba Fariduddin Ganj Shakar. Okay, Baba Fariduddin is important. So in Haryana today also there is a place Faridabad. You do you know Faridabad? So Fariduddin, a name it derives from there. Okay, so even this Mukulja sir is there now who have taught you economy. So he is from there only. So Baba Fariduddin, Haryana, Faridabad. So this you can remember, right? So in Delhi there are three important Chisti Sufi saints. One is Kutubuddin Bakhtiyar Kaki. So where did we remember this guy? Qutub Minar. Good. So Qutub Minar we have studied already by Kutubuddin Aibak. Right. Finished by Iltutmish. Right. And then the second important Sufi saint is Nizamuddin Aulia. Okay, so Nizamuddin Aulia, how you'll remember is that see there is a the railway station name itself is Nizamuddin Railway Station, Delhi iska. Okay, Nizamuddin Aulia, and then Nasiruddin Chirag, Delhi. Okay, Nasiruddin Chirag, his name itself is Delhi. So Nasiruddin Chirag, Delhi. You can this can be easily remembered. So if they want, if they can exclude this also and give these things. Okay. So Nasiruddin Chirag, Delhi. So these are from Delhi. Now the credit for bringing Sufi tradition, Sufi Chisti's tradition into South India goes to this person, this personality, Burhanuddin Garib. Okay, Garib. So Garib is the person who has brought Sufism or Chisti tradition into South India. Okay, but the important Chisti saint is Band Nawaz. Okay, so I remember that, for example, South region is comparatively like less poorer than this, na? So Garib Band hai, thoda sa I remembered. So Garib Band in South India. Okay, and so this way you have to remember. Okay, so these are the important Sufi saints. Al Hujwiri is the one who has brought to India first, right? Okay, this is done now. Okay, so here there are some other important people, but then we are not about. For example, in Saharwadi tradition, there is a guy called Baki Billah. But then these are very radical elements. So they, some of them, for example, even criticized Muhammad bin Tughlaq for being friendly towards the Hindus, and then some of them criticized Akbar for removing the jizya tax and all on non-Muslims. So these kind of radical elements were preached when like they assumed great control that now they are giving dictates to the kings also, orders also to the kings. So slowly they have earned some position in the people, and then with that they were controlling the kings. So this that is the reason. So this is the Bishara tradition which propagates a strict adherence to the Shariat law, and then which did not contribute to the society in a big way, but then the Chisti tradition is one which is important. So that is the reason we are remembering these many Chisti saints also, right? So okay, all these are clear now. All these are clear, right? So now we can say that on a whole in India, due to the this Sufi movement, so a lot of religious changes has happened, and then a lot of in the music also. See, for example, a lot of musical instruments because of this kankas, this samas gatherings and all are there. So musical instruments were discovered, and then some writings were discovered, and then in society also some kind of harmony, brotherhood, and all these things have emerged. So this way we can appreciate the contribution of Sufism to India in the medieval period. Okay, now we will move to the next one, bhakti tradition. Okay, bhakti tradition, right. So bhakti tradition is kind of within India also a religious reform movement. Okay, so religious reform movement we have seen in the modern India also, na, this Raja Ram Mohan Roy and all these people. So there are precursors also to these religious reform movements of modern India, which is in medieval India. See, these are so powerful. You know, these bhakti traditions saints are, like for example in Maharashtra, they influence politics today also. Okay, see how this Periyar and all are important for the Tamil Nadu region. And today, like because we are experiencing a religious revival in India, so all these people like Surdas, Ramdas, all these people are again celebrated now. Okay, on a whole, we can say that Bhakti tradition. So Bhakti tradition in India emerged due to reasons like Turkish invasion. So because of the Turkish invasions, there are some Bhakti saints who felt that the India's religion or India's philosophy is getting impacted, and as a result, they have started propagating the Bhakti culture. Then against the feudalism. So feudal, oppression as its height during the medieval period. So because see all these systems are developed now, what all now revenue system, Batai system, Kankut system, Mansabdari system, Ikta system. So Iktadars, Mansabdars, Jagirdars. So these tax collectors now they have emerged into a class where they are harassing the people, right? So now against these things, the Bhakti tradition has collectively argued against. Okay, so for example, lot of Bhakti saints have, in Maharashtra itself, Bhakti saints have criticized these feudal landlords like anything. Okay, so this way, this feudalism also has contributed. See, even in Telangana also, this a lot of folk songs are there which have derived from this oppression feudalism only. So, for example, today, if you are from Telangana, you can see these songs like this Bandenaka Bandigatti. These songs are there. So, all these songs are because of the feudal oppression only. So, this thought has emerged, and then we have seen that in new socio-economic changes. For example, we have discussed now the Jats, Klings, committees, and all these people also wanted a new respite from the existing operation. Okay, this is what. Now, the Bhakti saints in India have some features. For example, most of them are from the lower caste. Okay, lower caste. And then they use simple language, not complex language. And then they opposed idolatry, most of them. See, one, two may be there who propagate idolatry, but most of them are not. And then no rituals. So no rituals. This is also a mystic ritual. Mystic religion means now we have discussed that ki establish a direct connection with the God. You know, you and God and love, nothing else in between. So this is there, and then they do not subscribe to one religious philosophy. For example, like Guru Nanak is there, he is from Sikh religion, and then others, Kabir, he was like mixed both Hindu and Islam. So all these things, and then so this is what personalization of God is very important. For example, Mirabai was there, so Mirabai has treated Krishna as her husband. Okay, so some of them have like treat the gods as their friends. Okay, so this way they have personalized the God. So these are the important features of the Bhakti tradition that are existing in India. Okay, so now the next one is, okay, so the Bhakti tradition in India can be divided into two. Okay, so Saguna and Nirguna. So Saguna is one. See, Saguna is form. There is a form to the God. Here there is no form. Okay, so there is a form and there is no form. Okay, they believe in somewhat casteism. Caste and Varna system is supported by them. Okay, So caste and varna system is supported by them. See, it does not mean that they support the caste oppression, but then that hierarchy and all are supported. So even Gandhiji also supports the same idea, right? So caste is okay, the varnashrama, this segregation, division of labor we call it. So this is okay, but then oppression in the name of caste is not propagated by them. And then see the important person, see everyone like Tulsidas, all these guys, so they belong to the Saguna tradition only. Okay, right. So and moreover, they use very simple language and all. See, for example, they use complex languages like Sanskrit also sometimes. Okay, so all these things are there in the Saguna tradition. So this is very simple language, very simple writing. So they desperately wanted change. So that is the reason we have very less number of Nirguna saints in India. Only Kabir, Nanak, and some Marathi Namdev is there. So only these are the Nirguna saints, or else most like everyone whom we are going to study is Saguna saint only. Okay, so these are the two types of bhakti traditions, right? Now, the important one is that we have to see the important bhakti saints of India. Okay, important bhakti saints. So, first, the first one we have to talk about is Kabir. Okay, Kabir. So in the Uttar Pradesh region we are talking now. So Kabir is important. You know, Kabir's dohas are very popular. Dohas, couplets. Okay, and then Tulsidas. So Tulsidas, Ramcharitmanas, Tulsidas, uh, Ramananda. So this Ramananda is very important because he was born in South India and had carried the Ram tradition to North India. Okay, born in South India and had carried the Ram tradition to North India. Ramananda. Okay, this is important. And then Raidas. Raidas is also an important Bhakti saint. So triple R. Okay, this Bhakti saint Raskan is there. Okay, so Raskan is very important because he is a Sufi saint but following Lord Krishna. Okay, so Raskan is an important Bhakti Sufi saint, you can say, mix. He is from Uttar Pradesh. Okay, so these triple R, Ramanand, Raidas, Raskan, and then Kabir, Tulsidas, you have to remember. Okay, right. Now, the next one you must be knowing Guru Nanak. So, Guru Nanak is in Punjab, that you can see. So, from Rajasthan, two important Bhakti saints are important. Danna. So, Danna, he is a very important because he is a peasant. So, simple agrarian who had started following Kabir Das, and then he himself became a Bhakti propagator in the Rajasthan region. Okay, and then Mirabai. So Mirabai is also important. You know that Krishna Bhakti and all this thing. Okay, right. So in West Bengal region, two important Bhakti saints are important. Uh, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Okay, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is very important. And then Jaidev. Jaidev. So Jaidev and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu are the important Bhakti saints of West Bengal. Okay. So Vallabhacharya. So Vallabhacharya is an important Bhakti saint. Actually, he is from Andhra Pradesh, but then he has travelled all over the country and has name for himself all over the country. So Vallabhacharya, he is known for propagating a philosophy called Pushti Marga. Okay, so this Pushti Marga tradition, it's nothing but good conduct of life. Okay, so this was propagated by Vallabhacharya. Okay, right. In Maharashtra, a lot of Sufi saints, sorry, Bhakti saints are there. So for example, Eknath, okay, Sonara, Jnaneshwar, Sonara, Namdev, Chopka, Tukaram. Okay, so I remember this by one quote, like एक ज्ञानी son name is Chokaram. So एक ज्ञानी son's name is Chokaram. एक for एकनाथ, ज्ञान ज्ञानेश्वर, सोनारा son name Namdev, Choka and Tukaram. Okay, Tukaram. So these are very important Maharashtra things. So like these questions were not asked till now. So there is a high chance that they can give in the matchings or something like that and ask the Bhakti saints and their places. So these are not given in your books properly also. Okay. So please try to know these things. Okay. This thing. Okay, so now if we have to see the contribution of the Bhakti saints, a lot of literature, a lot of music was given to the society by the Bhakti saints. For example, Kabir's Dohas are there, okay, Tulsidas, Ramcharitmanas, and then this Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is known for this tradition of like this Buddhism plus Vaishnavism. Okay, so this Buddhism plus Vaishnavist philosophy is propagated by Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and then uh, Chaitanya's Mahaprabhu's Sankirtanas are very important. Okay, Sankirtanas. So these are Chaitanya Mahaprabhu Sankirtanas are on God. So you have to know these things. And then this Tukaram has compiled his compilation. His writings are called Avangas. Okay, Avangas. Okay, this Jnaneshwar has written this Jnaneshwari. His writing is called Jnaneshwari. Okay, this Jnaneshwar is important in this now present day Maharashtra. You can see that he has started this. There is a god. There is a god called Vithoba. So, did you hear this song Vittala 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 Panduranga Vittala song? So, this is like when they go to the pilgrimage to the Vithoba god, they sing these songs and all. So, this Vithoba tradition and all are started by this Jnaneshwar. Okay, so this way they have started pilgrimages, songs, dances, writings, new philosophies injected to the society. All these things have happened because of the Bhakti saints in India. Okay, so this way you will remember the Bhakti tradition. Got it? So this is the philosophy part that we have seen. So till now it is clear now. So Sufism and Bhaktism. So right. uh, is it any like too many facts or something like that? No. Okay. Okay. So now we have to talk few points about Sikhism. Okay. Sikhism. See Guru Nanak. So Guru Nanak, he himself was born to a Hindu Jat family. Okay. Later on, he himself formed a different philosophy. Later on, which turned into a religion. Okay. So Guru Nanak is the founder of Sikhism. Okay. But then this Guru tradition continues, right? So Guru Gobind. So Guru Gobind is very important because he is the one who has started this Khalsa system in India, in this Sikhism, Khalsa system. So Khalsa system in, so all Sikh as a group should have a separate identity. So this grouping communal community system is called communitarian system is called Khalsa system in the Sikh religion. Okay, now they have like to distinct themselves from others. So they have these markers, right? So these five things. Do you know? They carry kirpan, this not cutting the hair, carrying a comb, sword, and then the dress also. So all these are there, right? Nihangs, they are called nihangs. So this way, this system, putting all these Sikh religious followers at one place through a khalsa is by Guru Gobind. Okay. Now the next Guru is important. Guru Arjan Dev. So Arjan Dev is important because he is under him Adi Granth was compiled. Okay, so Adi Granth, so he is a very tolerant guru. He has taken a lot of good things from the Hindu writings, and even Kabir's some of the writings are also found in this Adi Granth. So Arjan Dev A, Arjan Dev, Adi Granth, you have to remember. So only these three. Okay, sword, uncutting hair. This having the name six, na? So Gurpreet, Gurmeet, they will be having similar names, right? So all that naming system, everything. So like a lot of the culture in the Sikh religion was to this Guru Gobind Singh. Only three you have to remember, nothing else. Okay, na? Sikh religion. So Guru Nanak. Okay, so till now things are clear. Now we will move to a new thing, that is literature. So this literature is very what to say, somewhat complex because see in the medieval period most of the literature is kind of Urdu Persian, right? So even for Hindi people also it will be very difficult to remember all of them every point to point, and moreover they are like autobiographies or praising kings only, not much relevance to the what to say society or the other. We cannot get glimpse of the society at that time also, so always praising the king. So these kind of things are there. Okay, so now language or literature we are seeing under the Delhi Sultanate first. Okay, so this is the time Urdu language has developed. Okay, you know how Urdu language has developed? Actually, this is known to be developed in the military tents. Okay, so military tents where the foreign soldiers and Indian soldiers, have come. So Persia, Hindi mixed, and then a new language itself has developed, Urdu language. Okay, so this is there in only in India, Pakistan, Afghanistan, only two three countries Urdu is there now. Okay, so there it is Arabic right now also. Right. So Urdu religion developed in the military tents during the medieval period. First point. Okay. A lot of regional languages. So regional languages like Awadhi, Bhojpuri, Khadi Boli. Okay. You know all these are in UP. In different regions of UP they are there. Bhojpuri. Okay. Awadhi, Khadi Boli, and all these things. Maithili is in Bihar. So actually that is a region also, district also I guess. So Maithili is okay. Now see this thing, kavyas. So at this point of time, kavyas, poetic writings. So both in Sanskrit and in Urdu also, kavyas have started been writing. Now there is a new tradition of writing called champu. Okay, champu kavyas, champu writing has taken birth. So champu writing is nothing but a mixture of prose and poetry. Okay, so they may ask like what is this champu? So it is a mixture of prose and poetry. So it is a writing literature wala thing. Okay, now there are something called prabandhas. So prabandhas are semi-historical texts. So semi-historical texts that we can find during this period, and then at this point of time we have this prashastis also. Prashastis. So prashastis are in praise of some king. Okay. So like all we have seen these prashastis somewhere. Like for example, if there is king like Balban, so theory of kingship and all. So God, king is God. So these kind of kings are there. So all the poets or whoever is there, they will be writing on kings only. So mostly prashastis are very important during this period. Okay, right. Okay, now regarding the Persian literature at this point of time, we have the important personality Amir Khusro. See, Amir Khusro has written a lot and lot during his lifetime. So you cannot remember, his writings also. Like he has invented new musical instruments, he has invented new ragas, new songs, and also new writings. A new like his new writing style is there, सबक ए हिंदी. Okay, so this new writing style, he is known to develop everything new in every sphere. Okay, such an important personality, Amir Khusro is there. So just you can see Laila Majnu and Aini Sikandari are some important books, or else see, like if you type on Google, a lot of books will come, which is impossible to remember. That many things are there. Okay, so he also developed this thing called Masnavis, narrative poems. So narrative poems are called Masnavis. Okay, Masnavis are narrative poems during the medieval period. And the other important book is Tuti Nama Jia Naqshbandi. So Naqshbandi. So Tuti Nama, uh, like anyone can tell if you want any quote to remember. Okay, Tuti Nama Naqshbandi. So when you like sit and read also, you try to remember. See, in your book also a lot of books are given. So like if possible remember, or else don't take any stress. Just continue with the other parts. Okay. So this is the Persian literature. Now, so literature during the Mughals. Okay, literature during the Mughals. So we have this Babar. So Babar, like he himself has written Tuzk-i Babri. See, Tuzuk is nothing but an autobiography. Okay, so there are lot of this Tuzk-i Babri, Tuzk-i Jahangiri. So which means they themselves have written it. Okay, so just Tuzk-i Babari is very important after his death. Okay, so Humayun Nama by his like wife and the associates and all. Okay, Humayun. And then Surdas has written Sur Sagar, Ramcharitmanas, Tulsidas, and Satsa is an important writing of Behari. Okay, Behari is has written this Satsai, and then Padmavat. So we have seen that this Padmavat is written by Muhammad Jaisi at this point of time during the Mughal period. But then that they were telling us like Alauddin Khilji, that Rani of Chittor, Padmini, so Padmavati. So all these things you can. So there is a difference of opinion, but then it is certain that this book is written at this point of time after 200-300 years after Khilji's rule. Okay, right. So Keshav is an important personality who has written Ramchandrika. Ramchandrika. Okay, and during Akbar's period, a lot of translations of Mahabharata, Ramayana, and all these books into Persian languages has also taken place. Okay, so this is Akbar's period, is golden age of literature within the medieval period. Okay, so this is very important, right? So, like we have seen Muhammad Begara. Muhammad Begara was in which, like he was a regional kingdom in Gujarat. So we have seen that like he has a mustache which is equal that horns, and then he takes 150 bananas every day. That thing. So Muhammad Begara court में there is a important writer Uday Raja. Okay, so Uday Raja, he has written a book, Raja Vinoda. So Raja Vinoda on Muhammad Begara. Okay, so you can tell Vinoda is entertainment, literal mean. So all the life of this Muhammad Begara, enjoying his life, all these things are compiled in this book. So this book is asked in UPSC actually. Okay. So in your book now, there are literatures of like South India and Bengali, Assamese, Odia. You just leave it while studying in the book. Okay, so don't read them. So in the music field, we have this Tansen, Raja Mansingh, Amir Khusru, and then in the Bhakti and Sufi, mein what are the music things called? Kavalis, Kavalis, and in the Bhakti, this all these dances, all these things have emerged. A lot of new musical instruments, a lot has for example, this Guru Nanak is there na. Guru Nanak also used to carry a musical instrument called rabab with him. So this rabab is this kind of musical instruments were invented, discovered during this period, and lot of this new ragas. Okay, so were discovered. Ghazals, ghazals are also this then. So actually, in exam regarding Tansen, they have asked very deep question. Like it is not mentioned in like any of the books which the aspirants study. For example, this the thing is that you have to know that Tansen, it is not the name; it is a title given to a person, and it is given in the Gwalior region when he was in the court of the like in Madhya Pradesh. When he was in the court of another king, this name was given. and later on recognizing that his musical skills, Akbar has brought him to his court. Okay, so they have asked like Tansen is a thing given by Akbar. So such a depth, I think it is not possible. So that were the time when the questions in history were very tough. So now, like last 3 years, it is not the trend. I hope definitely what the book you are studying, that will be helpful. Okay, so this way we are done with the religion and music writings also. So writings of uh, okay, so in the writings of the Mughals, na nothing much we have. Like Akbar, we have seen na Akbar, Shah Jahan mein like Badshah Nama is there. Just remember, Badshah Nama by Abdul Hamid Lahori, and Dara Shikoh has written this. You know Shah Jahan's two sons, Dara Shikoh and Aurangzeb. Aurangzeb, like he has sidelined this person and then he has continued the throne. But then he himself was a writer who has written this Majm ul Bahraini. So Bahrain region is there now, Middle East mein. Uh, Books into and then he patronized lot of Sufi saints also. So that way in your book it is there some 2 3 points regarding him, that also you can see for. Okay, now like so in the medieval India architecture. So, with the advent of Turkish rule in India, new changes had taken place. For example, these domes. So, see, previously also there are domes, but then dome as a striking and starking feature of architecture has come up during the medieval India Turkish rule. Now, arches also, a lot of arches in the constructions we have, and then large spaces. So large spaces, see, like unlike temple, see temple may there is like a possibility that many people come and go one after the other, but then here everyone has to be in the religious place at the same time for the prayer, right? So for the congregation, that is why we see lot of mosques na, like Jama Masjid and all these things. So they are very huge area is left for the prayer purposes. So this is what large spaces are left within the religious space from this period onwards, and then till now not much, see previously also it is there but on a very small scale. For the walls and all, gypsum, limestone, all these things were started on a large scale. Okay, like also this decoration and ornamentation is has also started. For example, during the Mughal period there is a technique called Pitradura technique. So which means after constructing wall na, they will put uh, ornamentation stones in it. Okay, like diamonds, like precious stones and all within the like roof or walls or like this. So this kind of technique of inserting these precious stones into the walls is called Pitradura technique. Okay, also on the walls, the verses of the Quran and some good writings like the socially relevant writings were imbibed. So this technique of writing those verses is called Kufi. So Kufi writing, okay, on the walls of the this architectural spaces. So this Pitradura technique and Kufi techniques were also introduced during the medieval India. Okay, so this is what. So during the medieval India, we'll see some features. Okay, so during the Delhi Sultanates, the architecture. So Delhi Sultanates, uh, Delhi Sultanate, five dynasties you remember, na? Can you recall? Mamluks, Saids, Lodis. So five of them. So Mamluks are the one who has first come. So already we have seen Qutub Minar at his time only, Qutubuddin Aibak, and then Adedin ka Jompra also. Okay, and then tombs. So tombs are very important. Like tombs are a feature of every dynasty now. Okay, so you need not worry; they will not ask in the exam also. Okay, Khalji, Khilji. So it at Khilji period you can see Alai Darwaja and this place called Siri. Okay, a Siri fort is also developed during the period of Alauddin Khilji. Okay, Siri is a kind of city only developed by Alauddin Khilji. Okay, so now we have talked previously, na, like this medieval India, some new techniques are introduced. Actually, you can say exactly in the Khilji period these techniques are introduced. So true dome and horseshoe arch and use of mortar and gypsum, all these things. So it is in the Khilji period which actually the true Islamic style has developed. Okay, right. So this is the Khilji period. Now, Tughlaq. So Tughlaqs, we have seen all these activities now previously also. Like what are the things? Shifting of the capital and then changing that currency. He asked silver to be considered, copper to be considered as silver. These kind of things. Now, so one you can important aspect of Tughlaq's architecture is that, especially Muhammad bin Tughlaq, his architecture is like now he did not construct much new, but then what is existing now on that walls he kept some mortar and all. Okay, and then made big walls. So now it is on the existing rubble only he have modified that one. So and then he named those things as his constructions. Okay, so this is one important thing of Tughlaq dynasty. So this on the rubble, so a lot of gypsum and mortar was used. Okay, and then you can see till now the walls are like this, no, standard walls, sloping walls. This kind of sloping walls are introduced during the Tughlaq period. Okay, sloping walls in the architectural constructions are introduced during the Tughlaq period. And then Tughlaqabad was constructed by Ghiyasuddin Tughlaq, not Muhammad bin Tughlaq. So Ghiyasuddin Tughlaq, who was the founder, right? Okay, right. And then Firoz Shah Tughlaq has constructed three cities we have seen, na? Jaunpur. So what is the importance of Firozabad? Here is where the two Ashokan pillars are brought and used for decoration, right? Firozabad, right? So this is what the Tughlaq architecture is about. Okay. Now Sayyids, see Sayyids, we have seen that time also only one ruler, Kirz Khan. So not so important. Now Lodis are important. So Lodis. So in the Lodis architecture, for the first time you see good changes like huge verandas. Okay, 2 to 3 stories are built now, and then a very good planning is maintained, square planning, and then gardens. So if you are in Delhi you might have gone Lodi gardens. So Lodi gardens are there. So and then this waterfalls, like what storing the water within the religious space and all these things. So these kind of changes have come during the Lodi's period, gardens, and verandas, all these stories, building, square plan, all these things. So just remember the Lodi architecture in this way, or else there is no specific place that you have to remember. Okay, so this is what is the Delhi Sultanate ka architecture. So now we will move to Mughals architecture. So Mughals architecture mein, see first one is Babur, right, in the Mughals. So Babur do not have much history here because he immediately left and the immediately Humayun has come up, right? So Humayun. So Humayun, the only construction is Humayun tomb, that too after his death. So Humayun tomb is made of red sandstone, and then it is on a high raised platform, and then it if you see it directly na, you will feel that okay, why it is called the UNESCO heritage site. So such a wonderful massive building it is. So it is a UNESCO heritage site, Humayun tomb. Okay, so you know that after Humayun some interruption has happened because of the ruler Sher Shah. So Sher Shah also we have seen some constructions. His construction, can you recall? He has constructed Grand Trunk Road, Sarais, and then in Delhi this Purana Kila area. Okay, so Purana Kila. So all these things are Sher Shah's rule, right? Now Akbar. So Akbar has constructed lot of constructions at Agra, Fatehpur Sikri, Lahore, Allahabad, and many other cities. Okay, so at Agra, this Delhi Gate is very important. So it is also very high majestic structure. So Delhi Gate is worth watching, worth visiting there. So you can visit this Agra. Delhi Gate is very important. So all these are. You can see this in Akbar's construction. Red sandstone and liberal outlook is there. Okay. So liberal outlook, for example, in the Fatehpur Sikri na, he has built some buildings are inspired from the Buddhist culture. Okay, so Buddhist tradition ka this stupa ka the dome is there na, that kind of structures are visible here. So that's why it is very liberal in nature, you can say. Okay, so this is Akbar's more. The constructions at Fatehpur Sikri are very important. Okay, Fatehpur Sikri. So this Panch Mahal is actually which is inspired from the Buddhist dome structure. Okay, Panch Mahal, and this Jodhbai Palace. Jodhbai Palace is also important. So Diwani Khas is for the private audience. Okay, Diwani Khas. So we have seen a Ibadat Khana. Ibadat Khana is for religious discussions and debates, and Diwani Aam is also important in the Fatehpur Sikri. Okay, this Buland Darwaza is important because he constructed Buland Darwaza at Fatehpur Sikri after his victory in the Gujarat region. So that region was very hard to get, and finally he has won the war and brought this western region of Gujarat and Rajasthan under the control of Mughals. For celebrating it, he has constructed the Buland Darwaz. Okay, so Buland Darwaz is by Akbar. So these things you can. At Jahangir, not much, only tombs are there. And at Shah Jahan also, you can see this Red Fort, Taj Mahal, Jama Masjid, and these things only. Not much things are there. So in books and all, a lot of mosques and masjids are given. So, huh? Peacock throne. Acha, yeah. So it is Shah Jahan. Acha, okay. British took it. Okay, okay. So maybe controversial or what they have not mentioned in the books. Okay. So okay. So we have seen these three techniques, na, like this Pitra Duramin, precious stones, and Kufi mean writing. So the other one is Arabesque technique, which means floral patterns on walls. So for floral patterns on walls are called arabesque technique. So this thing is enough. So that way this chapter is done. So actually in the see, there are architectural features like Hampi and all. So I have given a PDF now. In that PDF there are 30 UNESCO sites, right? So from the 30 UNESCO site, one will come for sure every year. So people when they come, like Ajanta paintings are there, Ajanta caves, so that is discovered on the river bank of Vagira river. So by the one Valankar, some guy is there. So like this they are asking the questions, they are in that PDF only. Okay, that is a government PDF. So just all 30 you have to remember, like every day 10 you can do na. See, already you have, through classes and through your own self study and all, you might have completed almost some 15. So you will have to learn only some like 10 15 more. So don't ignore those UNESCO heritage sites. Just go through for sure. So hardly 3 pages or 4 pages it is there. So do there. So that is the reason I am not specifically telling this like Vijayanagara architecture and all, because that is well mentioned in there. So only the thing is that like within Hampi uh, and out of Hampi, the Vijayanagara architecture you have to study. In Hampi also all temples only, Virupaksha temple, Lotus Mahal, and this elephant stable. Some things are there. Just go through that. It will be sufficient. Just need to know that okay, this temple is in here. Okay, like this. So they are not asking very deep also. For example, Lingaraja temple is where? So Lingaraja temple is in like Odisha. So Brihadishwara temple, Tamil Nadu, this kind of thing. So Vaikunth Perumal temple, Tamil Nadu, by this Pallavas. So these kind of thing. And this where is this? In Elephanta Caves, there we have studied one temple. In Elephanta Caves, Krishna one has built a temple. So, Kailash temple. Yeah. So this way, where is the temple is enough. You need not study inside features. Okay. So these kind of things they are asking. So if you study that PDF and then complete the ancient and medieval NIOS book, I don't think for the culture also you need to do something extra now. Okay. So you have completed ancient properly, na, the revision and all. And then how is medieval? Like, is it too difficult or so? No, na. So once it is done, so right book and right person to guide. These two will be enough for any subject. This way, it can be in Google, in ChatGPT, 1,000 points will come. So if they put some question on that, you need not 1,000 points will come. So if they put some question on that, you need not get panic. Okay, only see the standard sources, government wala sources, where that horizon or boundary of asking questions is well defined. So this NIOS books. So now that you are not studying the NCRTs, right? So this book NIOS and that PDFs, they are also from like EPG Pathshala, the government website only. So with those things, the history must be safely done. Okay. And any doubt from your part? No, no. So it is done. So as promised, it is addressed well, right? The medieval history also. So then for the online students, thank you very much.